Trevor Milton, born April 6, 1982, is an American billionaire and the founder and former CEO and executive chairman of Nikola Corporation. In September 2020, Milton resigned from his position as chairman after the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Department of Justice began investigating claims that Milton and Nikola committed securities fraud. Milton was born in Layton, Utah to Bill Milton, a Union Pacific Railroad manager, and Sally Milton, a realtor. He has a brother and 3 sisters. The family moved to Las Vegas when Milton was a toddler, but returned to Utah when he was 8. When he was 15 years old, his mother passed away from cancer. Milton is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS, and, after high school, went on an 18-month church mission to Brazil. Milton ended the volunteer church mission early since Mormon men serve standard 24-month missions. He dropped out of college after 1 semester at Utah Valley State College to pursue a career in sales and marketing. Milton started an alarm sales company called St. George Security and Alarm immediately after quitting college and eventually exited the business for a stated $300,000, though his former business partner claims he was led to believe the exit payment was much smaller. Milton then launched an online classified ads website selling used cars, which eventually failed. Afterwards, Milton founded an alternative energy vehicle company called D-Hybrid, Inc., which retrofitted commercial trucks with engines that could run on natural gas instead of diesel. After entering into a deal with an investor for a large stake in D-Hybrid, Milton claims that the investor was taking our intellectual property. As a result, claimed Milton, D-Hybrid Inc. sued that investor and closed the company. Milton then started D-Hybrid Systems, which was similar to the previous company except with a greater focus on building natural gas and hydrogen storage systems. According to Milton, D-Hybrid was purchased by Worthington Industries. In 2015, Milton founded Nikola Motor Company. As the director of operations, with an initial investment of $2 million from Worthington. Trevor was the CEO in Nikola's early years. In June 2020, as part of a reverse merger with VectoIQ in order to have Nikola go public, Milton became executive chairman of the board and turned over the CEO role to President Mark Russell. On September 10, 2020, 2 days after Nikola established ties with General Motors, short seller Hindenburg Research released a report accusing Milton of making false statements over the course of many years and characterizing Nikola Motor Company as an intricate fraud. Nikola's stock fell by 8% that day and fell an additional 15% the following day, after Milton failed to deliver his rebuttal as he previously promised on Twitter. Further verification by Bloomberg and the Financial Times confirmed some of the details in the report. On September 20, 2020, Milton resigned from his position as executive chairman of Nikola Corporation, just weeks after tweeting that cowards run, leaders stay and fight. As part of his exit package, Milton remained an unpaid consultant to Nikola until December 2020. He was not allowed to comment about Nikola on social media, online blogs, or any other internet platforms without permission from the company. Milton retained 91.6 million shares of Nikola that were worth roughly $3.1 billion in late September 2020. In July 2021, a United States federal grand jury returned an indictment against Trevor Milton that included 3 counts of criminal fraud, including lying about nearly all aspects of the business, and 2 counts of securities fraud. He also faces civil securities fraud charges. Milton pled not guilty to the charges and was freed on $100 million bail.